Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our post-game women's volleyball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Tyler Hildebrand. We'll open it up to questions after for a coach, as well as players Savannah Chacon, Zayna Meyer, and Hannah Lisiak.
Thank you, Lindy. Well, you know what? When I chose to come back here, thank you to Andy Fee for bringing me back here. And I think I said in my first couple press releases, and you guys have heard me say that almost every press conference I've had, that, and they hear me say it too. Most programs, it's like, hey, we want to win, we want to do this. Well, obviously we want to win. We showed that tonight, and we've shown it since we got here. But our number one goal truly is for our community, which I've been a part of for 20 years, which is one of the most special volleyball communities in the country. We have one of the most special gyms in the country to play volleyball in. Our number one goal is so these student athletes feel the support of our community, and that means getting people in the stands. And when they feel that, then everything they do and the hard work they put in is worth it. And that's what sports is about. And we felt that in COVID. It was weird to play sports without fans. And our marketing department, our university, everybody did a really good job of bringing in a great crowd tonight. We had a student attendance record. And, we're a big family here. It's not just the athletic department, it's our whole university and our students. And we had 1,381 students here today. Total attendance was 3,579, which is the 9th highest in history. And it's the largest crowd since 2003, which is 2 decades. And so our number one goal is to do that. And so we want to thank everyone that came out to support us. We want to thank the students, and that means as much to us as this win. But yeah, I was pretty speechless. Plus the girls threw the Gatorade on me, so I was a little rattled. But it was the first time I've ever been Gatoraded, so that was water. But I'm pretty speechless because you have this belief, and we've been building for 18 months, and we've added players and coaches, and Zayna's been here the whole time since we got here. Savannah joined 6 months later. Hannah joined 6 months after that. And we keep adding, but our culture keeps getting better, and they care about each other, and they believe in each other. And tonight we were able to show 3,500 fans that what these women are doing and what our staff's doing is worth rooting for. And so we appreciate all that. And yeah, Texas is the number one team in the country, and I have a lot of respect for them and their coaching staff. They're great friends of mine. I've had a lot of battles with them in Nebraska, and the thing I felt was that really the whole match, except a little bit in set 2, we felt like we were outplaying them. It didn't feel like they just played really, really bad and we got lucky or everything went our way. It felt like we were outplaying them the whole time. But in set 2, when we weren't outplaying them, nothing changed. Our girls stayed together. They kept believing. They kept playing our system, and they responded. And we've talked about our preseason, and we have a lot of games left. And we're gonna enjoy this tonight because everyone deserves it. Our city deserves it, and our fans deserve it. But tomorrow we got to get focused on LMU because LMU is going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll start this out for Zayna. Tyler mentioned that over the last 2 years, he's talked about this environment being one of the goals for the program. Can you just talk about what it meant for you to be in an environment like this today and how it affected your play?
Yeah, I just got chills right now just hearing that, but it was just super incredible just to look around, just know all these people are supporting this family and everything that we've worked for these past year and a half since Tyler's got here. It just felt like it was coming to fruition, and playing tonight and just knowing that that energy was kind of pumping us up, and we just felt so loose and freed up, and I think the crowd really helped with that. It was really cool.
And then, Tyler, facing the number one team in the nation and the reigning NCAA champion, how were you able to keep the girls' spirits high against very talented players such as Molly Phillips, Jenna Wenes, Emma Halter, Keanilei Akana, and a bunch of other talented players going into the match and keeping the momentum up?
Well, since we got the Big West tournament, that's why we scheduled a tough preseason. And, I forgot to say something. I mean, we want to give a lot of respect to Texas. They came in here and they played hard, and they have a great staff and great players, as you mentioned, Taryn. And so we want to shout out to them. Thank you for coming and allowing us to have a great environment, because, Texas brings a great environment. But, there was a lot, I felt going into this, basically since about April, since we knew it was on the schedule, the external, it felt over and over and over again like this is the biggest match of the season, and some of that was said, and it's just, we're like, man, we're going to battle for 6 weeks here. Mm-hmm. And so in terms of how we went into it or how we handled it, we knew we were going to get tested tonight, so we wanted to allow the last 18 months and really the last since June, when we've had our full team, because we got our full team in June, and the leadership and the leadership group and the player autonomy and them working hard this summer, we felt like we're going to be able to handle stress, whether we go up or down a little bit. And we didn't know until tonight. Yeah. And tonight, the team did it, and our staff did it. And, Bjorn and Natalie and Anthony, they were unbelievable. They've been unbelievable. I'm really grateful. I'm very lucky to have them as assistants. Mm-hmm. They deal with me when I'm, being dumb. And but so Taryn, we're going to be tested a lot, and so this was just one of those tests, and we didn't know how it would go, and we handled it really well.
Yeah.
For Hannah, simple question, but maybe not so simple. How was your first game with the beach?
Honestly,
that was your first game.
Yeah, yeah. I think this week I was really tested a lot mentally. I think kind of going into our exhibition match, I didn't perform as well as I wanted to, and so Tyler kind of gave me this challenge to perform not only physically but emotionally as well, and kind of maintain that mental strength. So I think I kind of took this week as a test to myself, and kind of allow this match to let that kind of like 6th year maturity show through, if that makes sense.
Tyler, really balanced attack tonight. 3 players with 10 kills, 1 with 9, 1 with 8 against the number 1 team in the country. Is that purposeful, and is that what you want to see from the team?
Yeah. We want to be balanced. We want to stress with some speed and some deception on our offense that we can execute. And, me and Zana had a couple meetings this week, right? Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting, obviously being a setter and my history. A lot of people ask me, what are you doing with Josh or Micah or Zana or all these good setters I've coached. And the cool thing is that I barely talk to Zana during the match. So Zana has a great feel for balance. Some setters are great setters, but they don't have a feel for that. Zana has a great feel for balance, and it's really cool to be able to allow. We talked once tonight, maybe twice about anything in terms of distribution. To your question, Roger, I was pumping her up, and we were talking about a couple things, but not really about distribution. But since she got here, I've always said Zana has a great ability to keep balance, and that is what we want to do as much as possible, unless someone's hot. But I told you guys on Monday that Zana is going to another level, and she's deserving of the attention and what she's doing, because she's put a lot of work into this to grow, and she was. We all had some challenges this week, because we're all. I was a little worried about. I was nervous about Texas. We all were, and Zana wasn't an exception to that. And she went off tonight.
And then Savannah, you had 14 digs. Hannah also had 11 digs. The team outdug Texas 49-45. What could you say about the defense overall and how it basically just kept Texas at bay?
I think just trusting our system. Big thing that's helped me this year is just understanding the blocking more. Everything just seemed simple. When things got tough, just like doing my job, focusing on my job, and defensively, like where we were positioned, just like continuing to talk our way through it. Just kind of helped everybody just like stay steady and make their own plays and not have to worry about like compensating anywhere else on the floor.
So obviously high highs tonight, both for Tyler and the players. How do you turn the page to Sunday in LMU?
Go ahead.
Honestly, I think we have to continue to have this mentality that we're not satisfied. I think, when our system is going well and when we're talking to each other through the match, like, it's scary. I want our opponents to be scared. And I think, like, our team has this level of maturity as well as kind of like camaraderie that, we come together every single day and we trust our system. And as long as we do that, at the end of the day, yeah.
I said it a few times to the girls, like some of my teammates and like some of the fans that I saw. Like I just said, it's just the beginning. Like this is a long road, it's a long season. This is just the first match. It was obviously incredible to go out like that tonight, but we still got a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think we have. Oh, sorry. We really put an emphasis on just respecting everybody that walks in our gym and going to other gyms and just respecting every single aspect of every game.
Mm-hmm.
We know nothing will come easy, and so we just take it day by day. But I think it was a really physical win, but emotionally for our program and our culture, like this is a win that we should recognize, and like it should be special.
Agreed.
And referencing that, Coach, anything you want to say to LB Nation and the students that came out tonight, and then so they could come out also for our next game?
Yeah, please come out. I know there was a lot of efforts by everybody, students, market. I mean, it was really awesome to have everyone put a lot of effort into Texas. But I've been saying it the whole time. I mean, LMU is really good, and we are going to have to play as good as we did tonight to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a new coach who's really good, and they got some transfers. And then next week we play three, historically great teams, and a couple of those new staffs. Yusa is one of my best friends. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country as a new head coach. So we need, maybe we're not going to get 3,500 every match, but we need to be. If we pack this thing the next 4 matches, they're going to feel it, and we're going to be able to play like that. And I don't want everyone to think that like Texas was like this and everyone else is here.
Yeah.
It's going to be battles, and if we can get that support, then we're going to have a great chance. So it means everything to us as I started this. I mean, I've been fortunate to be at a program where it's like that every night, and having that boosts you. And so we owe our fans a lot of this win tonight.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.